as of April 17th, 2026. The world is watching a 33-kilometer-wide strip of water that has become the epicenter of a potential global catastrophe. For decades, the Strait of Hormuz has been called the world's jugular vein. But today, under the orders of the Trump administration, that vein is being systematically restricted. Operation Epic Fury has moved past mere rhetoric. What began as a diplomatic standoff has evolved into a full-scale naval blockade. As a fragile ceasefire teeters on the brink of collapse, the geopolitical tectonic plates of the Middle East are shifting in ways we haven't seen in a generation. Today, we analyze the 5 realities shaping this conflict. From a massive U.S. naval surge coming the long way around Africa, to a 14-day countdown that could destroy Iran's oil industry forever. Chapter 1. The Naval Chess Match. Phase 2. Our first point of analysis involves a massive movement of steel and fire. Right now, 2 of the most powerful assets in the U.S. arsenal, the supercarrier USS George H.W. Bush and the amphibious assault ship USS Boxer, are steaming toward the Gulf of Oman. But it's how they're getting there that tells the real story. Instead of taking the traditional shortcut through the Suez Canal and the Red Sea, these strike groups have taken the long route around the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. Why? Because the Bab al-Mandeb Strait near Yemen has become a kill zone. With Houthi rebels armed with advanced Iranian-supplied anti-ship missiles, the Pentagon has deemed the Red Sea too hostile for a carrier. The timing is precise. These assets are scheduled to link up with U.S. forces already in the region at the exact moment the current ceasefire expires. This isn't a defensive posture. It is the arrival of the hammer. Military analysts suggest this marks the transition into Phase 2 of the U.S. strategy, moving from a passive blockade to active kinetic suppression of Iranian coastal defenses. Chapter 2. The 14-day storage wall. While the ships provide the muscle, the blockade provides the economic guillotine. This leads us to our second point, the technical death of Iran's oil infrastructure. A blockade doesn't just stop money from coming in, it creates a physical backup in the system. Iran's oil economy is built on a flow model. When tankers can't leave the docks, the oil begins to fill up every available storage tank on land. Experts from the International Energy Agency and the IMF warn that Iran is hitting a storage wall. If this blockade successfully holds for more than 14 consecutive days, Iran will have no choice but to shut down its extraction operations at the source. Here's the catch. You cannot simply turn off an oil field like a kitchen faucet. Closing these high-pressure wells can cause permanent damage to the geological structures. Restarting them often requires years of technical labor and billions in foreign investment, money Iran currently does not have. If the U.S. can hold the line for just 2 weeks, they won't just hurt Iran's wallet. They will effectively brick their industrial heart for years to come. Chapter 3. The Northern Front, the Lebanon Security Zone. While the world's eyes are on the water, the land is burning to the north. Israel has signaled a major shift in its doctrine, moving to establish a permanent security zone by occupying southern Lebanon. The goal is clear. Push Hezbollah back beyond the Litani River to ensure the safety of Israeli settlements. However, this has shattered any hope for a diplomatic exit. The Lebanese prime minister, who was initially open to mediated talks with Israel, has now officially withdrawn from the table. As Israeli strikes continue to target settlements and infrastructure in southern Lebanon, the Lebanese government views this not as a counter-terror operation, but as a territorial land grab. This leaves Hezbollah with its back against the wall. Deprived of funding from a blockaded Iran and facing a direct ground invasion, the axis of resistance is entering a use it or lose it phase with its massive missile stockpile. This turns the Levant into a secondary theater that could explode the moment the Hormuz ceasefire ends. Conclusion. Is this the end of the Hormuz era? So where does this leave the Middle East? We are looking at a region being fundamentally rewritten. If the US Phase 2 begins, if the Iranian oil wells are forced into a permanent shutdown, and if Israel redraws the map of Lebanon, the Middle East of 2027 will look nothing like the one we knew. We are witnessing the potential end of the Hormuz era, a time when a single waterway could hold the global economy hostage. As the USS George H.W. Bush rounds the coast of Oman and the 14-day clock continues to tick, the question isn't just, will there be a war? The question is, what will be left when the smoke clears?
Okay guys, so that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and if you did find that video informative, don't forget to drop a like. And all the views expressed in the video are from our analysis, so if you disagree with our views, it's completely fine. Do feel free to drop a comment down below and let us know what you think. Cheers!